Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Zuria Karama, and today's video is about procrastination. Are you a procrastinator? Should I say, are you a chronic procrastinator? Then, if you are, or if you know someone who is, then this video is either for you or for them. So, stay tuned. Hello again, welcome back to my channel. This is Zuria Karama, and on this channel I share positivity, motivation and insight into the laws in Uganda. If you're new here, please subscribe, hit that notification bell so you know when I upload a new video. If you're an old member, if you've been here before, if you've subscribed before, welcome back. Thank you for coming back and thank you for watching. And let's dive into today's topic. What's procrastination? It's merely an intentional habit, keyword being intentional and habit. So it's basically a habit where we delay to do our tasks, we delay to start, we delay to finish them despite knowing that this could have negative consequences. One of the people I really love when it comes to this topic is a beautiful lady called Mel Robbins. She states that procrastination is actually a stress relief mechanism. So you basically have to know what's causing this underlying stress. So say someone maybe has issues with maybe paying off a loan or paying off maybe their mortgage, for those who have a mortgage. If someone is having maybe financial issues or just having some form of stress, they end up not doing what they're supposed to do just to avoid this situation that's happening with them. So it's important to know what's causing you this stress, which is causing you to procrastinate in the first place. Many of us procrastinate for very many different reasons. Some of us procrastinate for fun. Sometimes we think we have plenty of time to do these tasks, so you keep pushing them further and further. You keep maybe delaying them and thinking you have plenty of time. Many of us procrastinate because we have this thing that we do well under pressure. I've had people who say that I personally like doing things under pressure. For example, students. I was one of those who used to say, I'd like to read at the last minute. I'd like to read at the last minute because under pressure, my brain is really sharp and I get to grasp things really easily and really quickly. So it's of recent that I've learned that this is just a habit. And remember, with habits, you can easily learn them and unlearn them. So because we can unlearn it, today we'll go through a few mechanisms, a few tips that you can use to unlearn the habit of procrastination. I have been procrastinating for a long time to start a YouTube channel, for the longest time. And when I started reading about procrastination and what it does and how you can stay away from it, I should say, how you can do your best to program your mind to, or should I say, deceive your brain into staying away from procrastination, into doing what you have to do at the right time or at the time you've set to do it and when it deserves to be done, I saw a very big improvement, and voila, here we are. The channel is up and running, and this is a very good topic to start with, a very good topic to discuss. So why do we even need to talk about procrastination or even stop procrastinating in the first place? If it's fun for me, then why should I stop? First of all, procrastination is a very huge hurdle when it comes to productivity. It hinders your productivity. It stops you from doing better, from performing better at your tasks, at your job, at whatever, at your studies. like if you use the time wisely and productively in which you're procrastinating, I guarantee you your results of whatever you're trying to do, it hinders, it's a big hurdle to the goals that we set, to the things that we want to achieve in life. And if we can get rid of procrastination, then I don't even want to say chances are high. I'm almost sure that you're going to perform better. You're going to be more successful. You're going to achieve more. You're going to achieve your goals. So if we change our habits, if we just tweak a few things here and there, we can definitely kick this habit away and start afresh. So I have a few tips that I like to share, which we can use to stop procrastinating. So first of all, you need to know that procrastination is a habit. It's a habit you learned, and it's easily a habit that you can unlearn. But this is on you. You have to give yourself a push. You need to save yourself. No one is coming to tell you to do this job. No one is coming to tell you to go read your books. No one is coming to tell you to carry on this task that you're supposed to. So you have to give yourself a push. No one in the world is really out there thinking about, oh, Zuria has to do this and she hasn't done it. Let's go help her out. Let's go tell her that she needs to do it. So you as a person need to know that this is on you. Once you know that this is on me personally, then you can forgive yourself for having procrastinated in the past. Don't dwell on it. Don't dwell too much on it. Just forgive yourself and get ready to move on. So it's something easily doable. It's something you can easily adopt, these tips or these habits that I'm suggesting that we learn, which will enable you to unlearn the procrastination that you've learned. The first tip number one, that I'd like to give is actually talked about by Mel Robbins. Mel Robbins again. She talks about the 5-second rule. She talks about this 5-second rule, and I've tried it, and I assure you it really works. So basically, she says, if there's something that you're supposed to do, if there is something that you have to do and you know the time you're supposed to do it. Let me give an example of maybe waking up in the morning. I personally wake up about 5:45 a.m. and sometimes it's hard to get out of bed, and I need to pray by 6 a.m. So in most cases, I say I'll wake up, I have maybe a few more minutes before the prayer starts. I have to wake up, I'll wake up later when the alarm goes off. I snooze it out and it keeps ringing after every 5 minutes, but I don't get up. And she says when you keep having something like this, all you have to do is count 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So basically 5 seconds. You count 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You simply count down and get up. You simply count down and get up. If there's something that you have to do and you know it's on you to do it, just basically count down. You know, I have to go to the library to read. I need to catch up on my reading, catch up on my classes. Don't just maybe sit there and play video games and just maybe stay on the phone and maybe just stay on Facebook, on social media, you're on Twitter, and all this stuff that's just distracting you from what you're supposed to do. Simply just count down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and just start. You'll be good to go. This actually goes in line with a similar one that Brian Tracy talks about, and that's the do it now mentality. So basically, if there's something you're supposed to do and you're not ready to do it and you feel like you're lazy to do it, just say to your mind, do it now, do it now, do it now, do it now. In your brain, do it now, do it now. And if you have this mentality, if you keep saying it to yourself, then your subconscious mind will definitely get it, and you'll be able to start to get up and start doing these tasks. So the very, very first tip, and a very simple one and very easy one to do is the 5-second rule. So you'll just count down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and immediately go do what you're supposed to do. You try it out. Try it out. You tell me. You can leave maybe a comment below. You can just give your experience after trying it. You try it out and you can share with the rest of us to see how it worked out for you. All right, tip number 2. So tip number 2 is basically to redefine success. Redefine what success means to you in this moment. Let me give an example of people who are looking to maybe lose weight. You're looking to lose weight, and maybe you have your wedding coming up and you want it to fit into a gown that's maybe a size 10 and you're currently maybe a 14. So if your wedding is maybe 2 months away, you might not be able to go down 2 sizes. I'm just giving an example. So you just redefine your success to maybe going down to a size 12. Maybe then you order for a gown for a size 12 and then work towards that, because that's a workable goal within the time frame that you have left. So basically what you have to do is just redefine what success means to you in the moment that you're choosing to stop procrastination. Once you redefine and you set fresh goals that are smart goals and definitely easily realizable, because you're putting the time frame that you have left, and this will definitely make it easier to achieve. Let me give an example of maybe students at the university. Students at the uni, maybe your goal was to get a 4.5 GPA. So if you wanted to get a 4.5 GPA and you've not been reading hard, you've not been maybe catching up on your books like you should, just don't worry, don't despair. All you have to do at this point is stop procrastinating, get into this habit of doing the things you're supposed to do, get into the habit of reading your books, but don't stress yourself about not getting the 4.5 GPA, because it might not be easily achievable within the time frame you have left. So maybe you could settle for maybe a 4.2, and that's not too bad as well. Or you could settle for a 4, as long as you don't go too low. So don't set the bar too high, so you put yourself on too much pressure, you'll end up procrastinating even more. So basically redefine success to what it means to you in the moment, and then you'll be ready to go. So tip number 3 is to organize your project. Just break it down into small tasks that are easier to do, that will be easier for you to handle. So you don't look at this huge project as something you have to finish in this short time. It's just going to stress you and you end up not doing it. So just break down the project into small tasks that are easy for you to do, and then start with what you like best. Now, personally, when I was in school, let me give an example of when I was in school. I loved a particular course unit called Unlearn Law. And many times, because I was late on reading my books, I would always put Unlearn Law close. I would end up wanting to just read what I love. And that made it easy for me to get into the mood of reading other stuff. So for example, if you want to, like me, want to start a YouTube channel or start a content series on something online, all you have to do is put your topics, just put the topics you like best, so that it's easy for you to get into this series. It's easy for you to do this without having to worry too much about maybe having a dope camera, having this great lighting, having like all these things. You don't worry about them, just deal with what you have, but break it down. Just know I'm going to talk about this. I'll have maybe just my phone like I'm doing, and I'll start. The rest can come at a later date. So another great example would be maybe people who are trying to lose weight. You keep saying, I'll start maybe next year, I'll start next month. No, okay, I'll start tomorrow. Then tomorrow comes and you feel like you're not ready. Maybe I'll start, let me do it the day after tomorrow. So because you're looking at this weight loss journey as this huge thing, you're going to worry too much. You're going to worry too much. You think it's not doable, it's not workable. How do I cut off all this weight? How do I? And you end up not doing anything at all. So just baby steps. Just baby steps. You could say maybe today I'm going to take a walk. Then maybe I'll start eating healthier. Just baby steps. You don't have to go hit the gym and then stop eating and then starve yourself immediately and then try to do too much, because you're just going to stress yourself and that process will not work out. So I recommend that you take it a step at a time. Take it a step at a time. You could start with light exercise, then you could increase it, then you can start working on your meals, eating healthier. Don't just get up one day and just literally stop eating everything and you're just starving, you literally starve to death. So just take it a step at a time, find something that works for you, give yourself a time frame, maybe 6 months, and in this 6 months you have lost maybe a few kilograms. Don't just simply assume that you're going to lose maybe 10 or 20 kilograms in just a week or a day. So just break it down. Don't let this whole huge project that you have stress you out. You will end up not doing anything. But just to summarize them, the first one is the 5-second rule, or the do it now mindset. The second one is the redefinition of success, so redefining success. The third one is organizing your task into small tasks. Organize your project or cut it down or break it down into small tasks and start with what you like best. So I hope this will be helpful. I hope this has been helpful to you. I hope you like this content. If you have not yet subscribed, this is just a reminder. Please subscribe, hit the notification bell to know when I post new videos. Please comment and share my channel and let me know. Let me know if you like the content. Let me know if you want me to change something. Let me know if you want me to improve in a certain way. Let me know if these tips have helped you. Put in the comments. Just let me know if these tips have helped you, or if you have any other tips that you think someone could use to stop procrastination. Please share. Let's share together. Let's just basically learn from each other. So from me, this is goodbye and see you next time.